Keep your home improvement project running straight. It's time for the Straight Line Construction Home Improvement Show with Jack Borba.
Good morning. I'm Jack Borba. I'm the host of the Straight Line Construction Home Improvement Show, and we have some exciting things to talk about today. So I'm going to be announcing a really neat giveaway later on, so please stay tuned, and we'll talk about that. You can go to our website at straightlineconstruction.com. But we're also going to be talking about roofing and siding today, and so I'm excited to share a lot of things about that. One of the things in particular we're going to be talking about is Roof Max. So before we get to that, I wanted to talk a little bit about what this show is about. So what we've learned is most people in construction do hire a professional to do their work. So there is a lot of the DIYers out there, but generally construction is done by professionals. So what this show is about how to hire the right professional and some things to learn there, the right product, how warranties work, and so on. So basically how to make the right decision when you're hiring a professional. So that's it. I'm Jack. I'm your host. I'm a third-generation contractor. My grandpa started way back in the 1950s, and sure love doing the work we do. We get to help improve lives and build a better community, and so it's been really fun. So right off the bat, we're going to go ahead and start talking a little bit about roofing. So that is definitely my background. My grandpa started in the 50s as a roofing contractor. His company's still running today. And my father, and when I was in diapers, I've been involved in the roofing industry. So that's kind of how we work. But I wanted to talk a little bit about roofing and roofing warranties. So a lot of times people only have to do one roof in their lifetime, so they don't know a lot about how it works. And so over the years, roofing has really changed. And so a lot of times you'll hear a lot about lifetime warranties, or back in the day, a lot of people used to hear about 15 or 20 or 25-year roofs, and sometimes it can be really confusing for people. And so what I wanted to talk a little bit about is how the warranties work. So generally, with a roofing warranty, even though they may call it a lifetime roof, unfortunately, it isn't truly a lifetime roof, at least when it comes to asphalt shingles. And I guess I'll retract there just a little bit and talk about the different types of roofs that are most common in our market. So the reason why I'm focusing so much on composition roofs, or asphalt roofs as they're known, is they are by far the most prevalent product in our market. Right behind that would be tile. A lot of the newer homes or tract homes have tile, and then last but not least is metal. So those are the three main projects or products that go on residential homes, at least in the steeper slope sections. Commercial has some different type of products as well, but we're going to focus mostly with homeowners and residential homes. So we're going to be talking about asphalt roofs, a little bit of tile later on in different shows, and then also about metal. So generally speaking, asphalt roofs, they are the most cost-effective, and with that said, the reason why they're put on the most in this market. Next is tile, and a lot of people were led that was a lifetime roof, and they found that unfortunately that wasn't really the case. That lifetime, the tile may sit there for a lifetime, but unfortunately the roof itself, which is the underlayment underneath the tile roof, it only lasts so long, and so these hot Sacramento days really beat up on roofs. They're exposed to the elements, and it just really takes its wear and tear out on them. And so these tile roofs, as much as that tile may sit there forever, they require a lot of maintenance, and they can be problematic from walking on and so on. And so we end up doing a lot of repairs on what is known as a lifetime roof. And so tile is another big thing in our market, and we'll probably do a whole show on tile and tile repairs and what's involved in that. One thing I want to shout out, one of my employees, we call him Super Brad back at Straight Line. He invented this thing called Batten's Plus, and this product that allows the water to run through these little strips of what used to be wood, so that way it doesn't get blocked up and cause a lot of damming and damage your roof and damage the felt paper underneath. So we'll talk a little bit later, but if you're interested in getting some repair work done on your roof, definitely call us at straightlineconstruction.com. or check out our website or call us at 916-985-9995. But that's about tile roof and tile roof repairs, and Battens Plus is something we use to help extend the life of tile roofs. But generally speaking, we're finding tile roofs definitely last somewhere in that 20 to 30 year range with proper maintenance. I've seen them last longer, but generally that takes a lot of maintenance to make that happen. Metal is this other option, and metal, I will tell you, is very much probably my favorite product as far as longevity and low maintenance. Unfortunately, the cost is a lot of time prohibitive for people to purchase. So metal roofs, and when I'm talking metal, I'm referring to standing seams. So these are the type of roofs you would see more in more in Tahoe and so on. Not so much that you see in the Sacramento market, although they're starting to become more popular. A lot of TV shows are starting to highlight the benefits of metal and the beauty of metal. So standing seam hidden fastener means the metal is exposed, but the screws are hidden. And so those are normally what cause the problems on metal roofs, are these exposed screws. So the standing seam hidden fastener hides those screws and protects that roof. So I will tell you, if you're really looking for that long time roof, that one that's going to last kind of forever with fairly low maintenance, I would highly recommend the metal roof, the standing seam hidden fastener roof. And I've seen those. My grandpa on my father's side, not the one that was the roofing contractor, he actually had a roof that was up there 75, 80 years, and it was a metal roof. So if you're really looking for that lifetime roof that isn't just kind of a warranty gimmick, I would definitely recommend the standing seam hidden fastener roof. So last but not least, and what we'll be talking about in this next segment, is about composition roofs, so asphalt roofs. And what this is a product that's been around forever. Back in the day, my grandpa, they used to use what were called organic products, so natural products, and it was just a kid's art project is really all it was. So it was paper, and that paper used to be made out of organic products. Now it's made out of fiberglass. Asphalt, a petroleum-based product, that's the glue. And then glitter, or what we call granules. So basically picture just a kid in kindergarten taking a white piece of paper, squirting some glue on it, and adding some glitter. That's basically what most of our homes are protected with nowadays, all right? And so they do perform fairly well, and especially for the cost, so much cheaper than almost anything else you can buy in the market, and they do last a really long time. Unfortunately, there is a lot of marketing gimmicks out there. These lifetime roofs, if it's not metal, are probably not accurate. And so after the break, we're going to talk a little bit more about how the warranties work and maybe extending the life on your current asphalt roof. So if you're interested in hearing more, please check out our website at straightlineconstruction.com. Please call us at 916-985-9995, and we'd love to come do a free digital inspection. We're also offering $100 off of Roof Max, which is this product that it can help extend your existing roof by 5 years up to 15 years, so you don't have to bite that bullet of that real expensive roof. Or last but not least, if you do need a whole new roof replacement or siding or decking or any of the specialties that we offer, which is roofing, gutters, decks, and siding, we're offering up to $1,500 off your complete project. So please give us a call at 916-985-9995 or see us on the web at straightlineconstruction.com. We're also going to be live on Facebook here at the end of the hour. So look forward to seeing you there.
Requires a team to build a better community. That's why your friends at Straight Line Construction have partnered with other local businesses to give away several roof repairs with Roof Max reviewing your roof, all new siding, and one entire new roof. Go to straightlineconstruction.com and nominate your family to win one of several major prizes. Tune in Fridays at 10 a.m. to 105.5 FM to the Straight Line Construction Home Improvement Show to see if your family has been chosen. Go to straightlineconstruction.com, click Build a Better Community, and listen to win every Friday.
With everything going on in the world today, there's one company that I can honestly say has changed lives in recent months. Straight Line Construction is so passionate about our community that they're once again offering to repair, restore, or replace your roof at already industry-low prices, now with up to $1,500 off any new project. They understand that a new roof may be an overwhelming cost to many families right now, so get this. They're offering 12 months to pay, interest-free. Straight Line Construction has given away over $100,000 in home improvements to local heroes, and they want to provide you with the best experience, at the best price, and with the best team of highly skilled roofers. They may even be able to repair your existing roof with a new product, Roof Max, rejuvenating your roof, giving it years of use and saving you thousands of dollars. Most companies will try to convince you to replace your roof, but the folks at Straight Line Construction are good, honest people that take pride in the work they do and the community they serve. Go to straightlineconstruction.com and mention you heard this ad on KSAC. Go to Straight Line Construction today. Tell them Phil sent you.
DSA Technologies expert professionals know that IT has a huge impact on your business. It can either cause anxiety for you and your business, or it can maximize your value. DSA provides a dedicated IT team for your business. DSA's managed services model focuses on personal service and superior technical quality. DSA is a CRN Elite 150 managed services provider. Eliminate your IT anxiety. Find us at dsatechnologies.com.
This is Sacramento's Money 105.5, KSAC.
More home improvement advice you can trust. Next on the Straight Line Construction Home Improvement Show.
Welcome back. This is Jack Borba, your host of the Straight Line Construction Home Improvement Show, and we're talking a little bit about roofing and the different products available in our market for that, but those scary warranties and what's going to be covered and some of the marketing behind what's called a lifetime roof. Later on today, after the next break, we're going to be having Kevin from Wayside and LP. We're going to be talking a little bit about siding, and our last segment this afternoon or this morning at 10:45, we're going to be talking about our giveaway, and we're going to be able to give away some really exciting things, and we're also going to be live on Facebook at that time. So I'm Jack. I'm your host, third-generation contractor. We specialize in roofing, gutters, decks, and siding. I own Straight Line Construction, and I'm here to help. So if you'd like to have a free digital inspection, have us come check out your roof or your siding, your deck, or your gutters, our number is 916-985-9995, or you can always see us at straightlineconstruction.com, and you can check out and get a sneak peek on that giveaway I was talking about. So before the break, we were talking a little bit about composition roofs because they are the most prevalent product in our market, and we were talking a little bit about how they're a kid's art project. Paper, glue, and glitter. And so they have a life expectancy on them. And so for years, the standard warranty was either 15, 20, 25, and at one point it became 30. And so I think those were truly good warranties. They actually lived up to what they were stated. If you got a 15-year roof, you could expect to get 15 years. And if you had a 20, you could probably expect to get that as well. However, I would say that that's definitely changed now. And so over the years, what used to be an organic product where they would have some problems with rotting it out, and that's why they actually add paper underneath the shingles was to keep that moisture from rotting it out, it became fiberglass. And so fiberglass is a really strong, good product, but it doesn't like being exposed to the sun very much for too long. And so what they did is they added asphalt, and they also added this granules on top. But as the gas prices started to get more expensive, so did asphalt and the oil that is in these shingles. And so they started kind of cutting back on the amount of asphalt they put, and the weight of the shingles kept getting lighter. But all about the same time, there was some huge pressure on what they called their shingles. So instead of it being a 15 or 20 or 25-year roof, they decided, one manufacturer in particular, decided to call it a lifetime roof. And as much as it is a very good marketing slogan, often in other industries you'll see this lifetime, I wouldn't say there's a lot of teeth behind it. So there's a lot of gimmicks to what is called a lifetime roof, especially in the composition asphalt section anyway of the industry. As opposed to metal, I think it does a good job of lasting truly most of our customers' lifetime. I wouldn't agree when it comes to asphalt roofs. So I've learned a lot about warranties over the years and how these work. And so years back, we were doing a lot of some of the best roofs in the market. And in particular, there was this neighborhood called Greenstone Country. It's this beautiful property up in the El Dorado County foothills where people own these estates, and they had these really elaborate homes and elaborate roofs, and we became kind of the contractor of choice in that market up there, and we started doing a lot of roofs. And so and in particular, they only allowed this one product, and it was this amazing product. It was called Presidential TL. At the time, in the beginning, it was made by Celotex, and then they got bought out, and it was made by Certainteed. But it's actually the roof I have on my own home, and so it's this amazing, really thick-looking shingle. It almost looks like shake or slate. It's this beautiful, beautiful roof. I want to retract it a little bit and tell you a little bit about how I decided to go with composition. So I also build homes, and the homes that I built and I was going to sell, tile has this neat look. It's kind of like the granite for the exterior of the home. So when I was building those homes, I got the labor for cost. I was actually putting on those roofs myself, and they have this real neat aesthetic appeal, and so I put those on. But being in the roofing industry, I knew that tile roofs have a massive amount of maintenance, and I didn't want to do that on my dream house. So I ended up putting on this top-of-the-line composition roof, and that's what I have on my home still today. But in this neighborhood, we started putting on a lot of these roofs. And in fact, we put on more of this one color than anybody else in the entire country. So we did a ton of these roofs there. So a few years later, this guy, he happened to be a regional manager of a plumbing supply company. He called me up and he said, "Hey, Jack, your roof's failing out here." And I go, "What do you mean? It's the best roof they make. It's the one I have on my own house." And he goes, "I don't know what to tell you, Jack, but it looks like it's crying out here." And I was like, man, is this guy losing it? How does a roof cry? And sure enough, he didn't live too far from me. I go over there and take a look at it. And picture the White House. It's this big, beautiful castle of a house, huge white columns. It is just a showcase of a house. And sure enough, it looked like this roof was crying. And what the tears were black asphalt. And picture a kid with a chocolate ice cream cone, and this roof is just melting away and all over the hands. I mean, it was just horrible. So it was actually coming down these white columns. And I don't know if you've ever been to Hawaii and see the lava and how it billows up, but at the bottom of this guy's columns, or these downspouts, was billowing asphalt, and it was just piling up on his newly stamped concrete. I was in my early 20s at the time, and I was honestly panicking because by this time, it wasn't only that one that one homeowner that had problems. I had had 2 other calls for the same reason. And this was the best roof they make back in the time. It was a 40 or 50-year roof prior to them really changing their marketing. And I was really terrified because between these 3 homes, we were talking nearly $100,000 worth of work here. So I called the manufacturer. And this was before I learned how the warranties worked. My dad and my grandpa had always been the ones that had had to deal with this, not so much myself. And so I called them up and I said, "Hey, we're having all these problems." And this was now Certainteed is who it was. And so we said, "Hey, how do these warranties work?" And they said, "Oh, don't worry about it. We got you covered. We know we've been having these problems. It's kind of across the board, but we got you covered." I'm like, "Okay, great. Well, how does the warranty work?" And his very first question was, "How long has it been on the house?" And I'm like, well, that feels like a stupid question, was what I thought. We're talking a 40 or 50-year roof, and he's asking me how long it's been on the house, and it's only been a few years. And I go, "It's just been a few years, like 3, I think." And he goes, "No, I need to know exactly." And so I had to pull up the records, and sure enough, it was 3 years, 2 months. And so suddenly the phone goes dead silent. And then he goes, "That's a shame." And I go, whoa, what do you mean that's a shame? That's like your doctor telling you that's a shame. That's not cool. And here I'm in my early 20s. I'm looking at $100,000 worth of essentially upset customers or work up for these customers, and I'm terrified. And so the guy goes, "Well, unfortunately, after 3 years," and I remind you, we're 3 years, 2 months, it prorates. And I go, okay, I generally understand prorating when it comes to car tires or batteries or some of the other terrifying warranties like that. But how does it work on this roof? And he goes, well, we go back and look at what the roof used to cost, just the cost of the shingles. So no labor, no tax, no delivery, and no accessories like felt or any of the other parts that make a roof, just the cost of the shingles. And then we prorate that. But it was the cost back in the day, and I don't know if you remember, this was all about the same time when gas went from $1 to $4. It just spiked. Well, that's exactly what happened to these roofing shingles. So they went from what used to be $100 a square, and suddenly they were like $400. That's not exact numbers, but it gives you an idea of how it worked. And so they wanted to go and give us the amount of money that it used to cost, not what it costs in today's dollars, and then no labor, no installation, or nothing. And so I go to call my customer, and my customer tells me right off the bat, this is a high-powered executive, manages half of the country for the supply for this plumbing supply company. He goes, Jack, that's not going to work. And he hangs up on me. And I got to tell you, I couldn't blame him. I just didn't know what I could do about this circumstance. And so, unfortunately, all three of these other people were in similar circumstances. And so that's how warranties still work today. They're lifetime warranties, but it is a marketing thing. They know people only stay in their houses for so long. They know, and these warranties generally do transfer, but you have to do the paperwork to make it transfer, and often that never happens when you sell a house. And so there's just not a lot of exposure. So it's a low risk for a manufacturer to do this really huge warranty without there being a lot of teeth to it. So that's a little bit about how the warranties work. Now, we are certified contractors, so we're able to give some much better warranties than the industry generally offers. So we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But that's generally how roofing warranties work. Now, that story did end well. CertainTeed stepped up to the plate, but it took us almost a year to kind of hammer this out, and we were able to take care of our customers. But that's what makes us, I think, unique. At the time, we were doing more of one color of that high-end product than anybody else in the country. And they didn't want to lose our business, so they really stepped up to the plate, and they ended up paying for everything as if customers didn't have to pay anything. But that's still how it works. So you want to make sure and deal with the right contractor, whether it's roofing or siding or decking, that has the right manufacturer with the right relationship with the right companies, i.e. their manufacturer and their supplier. So I'm actually in studio today with Kevin from Wayside Lumber. He's going to be joining us after the break, and we're going to be talking a little bit about siding. But that's where this product Roof Max comes in, and it helps extend the life of your existing roof by adding oil into this shingles. So that's what's been causing these roofs to fail prematurely, is the oil is drying out of these roofs and not allowing them to last very long. So if you're in a situation where you really don't have a warranty anymore, you've bought the home or whatever, this Roof Max helps extend your roof up to 5 years. And so if you're in that 10 to 20 or up to 25-year roof, the amount of life that's on your roof already, we may be able to help you extend the life of it from 5 to 15 years. So if you're interested and you need some help, please give us a call. We'll come out and do a free digital inspection on your roof, your gutter, your decks, or your siding. Our number is 916-985-9995. You can look at us at straightlineconstruction.com, and we'd love to help. That's our goal. So as opposed to a lot of contractors that'll come out and just try to sell you a new whatever, new roof, new siding, new decking, whatever, we also do repairs, and now we have this option to restore your roof and extend the life on it. So again, we're offering a free digital inspection. We're offering $100 off of this Roof Max product, which can give you 5 years on the life of your roof, and then $1,500 if, God forbid, you have to bite the bullet and buy a new roof or deck. Coming up after the break, we're going to be talking about siding, because I have the boys from Wayside here, Kevin, and then we also have Dee Dee from LP as well, and we're going to be excited to talk a little bit about siding, and then also we're going to get to talk about what we get to give away after the break. So the big giveaway, though, is at 10:45, but we're going to talk a little bit about siding that we're going to be giving away. Look forward to seeing you after the break. Thanks again.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg says she's receiving chemotherapy for a recurrence of cancer, but has no plans to retire from the Supreme Court. The 87-year-old Ginsburg says her treatment so far has succeeded in reducing lesions on her liver, and she will continue chemotherapy sessions every 2 weeks. White House Counselor Kellyanne Conway says President Trump talks about coronavirus pandemic daily, but thinks he should resume his daily press briefings.
He still addresses it. He still talks about vaccine and therapeutics development. He still talks about how everybody who needed a ventilator got a ventilator. That's huge, and we're now sharing them with other countries. We've surged the supply in our strategic national stockpile so that we have tens and tens of thousands of ventilators. Early in the pandemic, the president held lengthy coronavirus briefings almost every day. On Wall Street, the Dow off 37 points, but the NASDAQ is ahead 18. This is SRN News.
With everything going on in the world today, there's one company that I can honestly say has changed lives in recent months. Straight Line Construction is so passionate about our community that they're once again offering to repair, restore, or replace your roof at already industry-low prices, now with up to $1,500 off any new project. They understand that a new roof may be an overwhelming cost to many families right now, so get this. They're offering 12 months to pay, interest-free. Straight Line Construction has given away over $100,000 in home improvements to local heroes, and they want to provide you with the best experience, at the best price, and with the best team of highly skilled roofers. They may even be able to repair your existing roof with a new product, Roof Max, rejuvenating your roof, giving it years of use and saving you thousands of dollars. Most companies will try to convince you to replace your roof, but the folks at Straight Line Construction are good, honest people that take pride in the work they do and the community they serve. Go to straightlineconstruction.com and mention you heard this ad on KSAC. Go to Straight Line Construction today. Tell them Phil sent you.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-664-0310. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-664-0310 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-664-0310 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-664-0310.
Roseville Meat Company, fire up the grill.
Roseville Meats has been serving our customers for over 71 years. USDA choice and prime grade beef, 80 different marinated products, exotic meats, seafood, and so much more. We're your modern day old fashioned meat market at 700 Atlantic Street in Roseville.
Roseville Meat Company, fire up the grill. Your modern day old fashioned meat market.
Fire up the grill, Coach. Fire up the grill.
It requires a team to build a better community. That's why your friends at Straight Line Construction have partnered with other local businesses to give away several roof repairs with Roof Max reviewing your roof, all new siding, and one entire new roof. Go to straightlineconstruction.com and nominate your family to win one of several major prizes. Tune in Fridays at 10 a.m. to 105.5 FM to the Straight Line Construction Home Improvement Show to see if your family has been chosen. Go to straightlineconstruction.com, click Build a Better Community, and listen to win every Friday.
Tips from pros you can trust on the Straight Line Construction Home Improvement Show. For even more, click Tips and Trends at straightlineconstruction.com.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Jack Borber, your host of the Straight Line Construction Home Improvement Show. Our show focuses on finding the right contractor and making sure you're using the right project or the right products. So I'm joined in studio with Kevin from Wayside Lumber, the best supplier in the market as far as I'm concerned. So welcome to our show again, Kevin. You've been on before. Hello.
I appreciate you having us back, Jack.
Yeah. it was a good fit, right? We've been kind of
Definitely.
a marriage made in heaven. He's a third-generation contractor like I am myself, so we're going to get to talk about what we're giving away. But until then, we're going to talk a little bit about LP. So I'm also joined in studio with LP Smart Siding. We have Jose and we have Dee Dee both in studio right now. So this session, we're going to focus a little bit and put Jose on the hot seat, and then we'll put Dee Dee on the hot seat afterwards and talk a little bit about our giveaway. But Jose, if you could tell us a little bit about who you are, a little bit about your background, and what you do for LP Smart Siding.
Absolutely. So, Jose Lopez, thank you all for having me on the show. Really do appreciate it, and thank you to the listeners that hear us. And such a wonderful time ever since I first met Straight Line Construction. A little bit about my background is a family-owned business. My parents had a big family-owned business. I was a butcher for many years. They asked me to take over the business, and I said no. So I got into the construction field. Cutting wood's a lot similar to cutting pigs, so I enjoy this time with us here at LP. I do bilingual trainings with Louisiana Pacific, best practices, how to use SmartSide, and how to work with wonderful companies like Straight Line Construction, so thank you.
That's awesome. Welcome to our show. And Dee Dee, you want to tell a little bit about yourself? And
Oh, my goodness. I've been in this industry way longer than I want to admit. I've known Kevin here since, his dad was running his business.
Well over 20 years.
Oh, well over, yes. So and thank you. Like Jose said, thank you for having us today. We really appreciate it. So I've been a Louisiana Pacific sales rep for 27 years.
Wow.
I cover all of California and northern Nevada. So it's
little job.
Little, yes. But I really appreciate the efforts that you put out on our behalf. It's just great.
For sure. So we'll talk a little bit about siding. So siding is one of the biggest products in our market as well. And stucco. So those are two products. We don't specialize in stucco. Maybe we can talk about that on another show. But today we're here to talk about siding, and then we'll later talk a little bit about our giveaway. But I wanted to talk about the different types of siding. So, and then maybe why LP is maybe a better choice. Mm-hmm. And so I'll start a little bit. We used to do a lot of fiber cement siding. So especially in the El Dorado County and even the Sacramento market, it's a really popular choice. I think a lot of people are excited about the fire protection that comes with a fiber cement siding. And I'll tell you, we did a lot of it. And I will tell you, we're not a huge fan of it anymore. So as much as it maybe doesn't burn real well and so on, we've had some problems. I talked a little bit prior to this other break about roofing and some of the problems and the warranties. Fiber cement siding has had some problems as well, and so we find it has some cracking problems and others. So I guess if we could talk a little bit about why we like LP, the smart side, as opposed to a fiber cement siding and so on. So what do you guys think? Why is it that you guys like the fiber prefer the LP Smart Side over a fiber cement siding?
Absolutely. One of the biggest factors for us is just safety with wood-based products. I'm traveling from LA to up here, and we have a Habitat for Humanity switching over to LP Smart Side, only because it's a lot more fun for people to work with. Yeah. It's a lot more safer, and I mean, if you're in a big family like I was, you get kids kicking your house, you get kids throwing stuff at your house, and LP is just durable and it's resistant to little kids and families. So watch out; it's not going to dent up or break on them.
Yeah. So he made two really strong points there. Number one is the safety, and I totally missed that. So that's one of the big reasons why we don't love installing the fiber cement anymore, because it is just that. It is cement, and cement, especially when you're creating cement dust, is a carcinogenic, so it's actually a cancer-causing item. So it makes it really difficult for our employees to install it. They got to do a lot of safety precautions. So thank you for bringing that up. And the job site can become a hazardous job site as well. And the other thing he mentioned is the fiber cement is kind of a fragile product. So as much as it's concrete, if you look at your driveway, it cracks, right? Well, unfortunately, they've had some problems with it cracking on houses as well. So they've actually done some examples where they take a sledgehammer and you just tap the fiber cement siding and it explodes. So sometimes your home moves and stuff and you don't even need to tap it and it'll cause some cracking. And they do this example, well, they'll take a sledgehammer and take it at the top of their head and slam down on it, and it doesn't do anything to the LP siding. So, Kevin, what about you? Why is it that you're proud to offer the LP Smart Side as opposed to fiber cement, although we do both, but we both prefer, I think, the LP SmartSide over anything else.
Yeah, exactly. Just like you were saying, it doesn't crack as much. It doesn't do that. So when you build a brand new home, everything's going to settle eventually. So your walls are going to settle, your foundation's going to settle. Yeah. So you are going to get cracking somewhere. Yeah. With the LP product, we don't seem to see that as much. Yeah. We've been selling the product since it basically came out 20-something years ago. Wow. And we have not had a warranty yet. Wow. Honestly. I've not seen one warranty come through. We've had installation problems, but not a warranty actually against the product.
Like a product
itself.
failure.
Yeah. So, I mean, it really is, hands down, we just don't see anything callbacks. We don't see any of that. Warranty-wise, you can't beat their warranties.
For sure.
You know, you can offer the warranty, and they'll stand behind it. That's the biggest thing, like we've always talked about on this show, is you want to make sure you partner with the right guys. So when you do make that call, you got somebody to stand behind you on this the whole way through.
Yeah, and Kevin, I can't tell you how much I appreciate some of the help you've given us with decking and also with siding both. The right partnership sure makes it awesome to be able to take care of our customers. But like they mentioned, I was talking a little bit earlier in the show about metal roofing and how it just really lasts a long time. I think LP is, and LP stands for Louisiana Pacific, correct. So it's one of the largest wood manufacturers in the country, I think. I'm sure you know more about that. But it's one of the most largest companies for that. But they just don't have the problem. So as much as they have this amazing warranty, they just don't need it very much because it really is covered well. So anybody want to speak a little bit on the warranties, in particular on the painted products?
I will.
Okay. Yeah.
So the reason our warranty is so good is because this goes back 30, 40 years almost. We started out manufacturing siding product based off of what we knew about OSB.
Right.
So we're one of the largest strand technology companies in the world, right? So in the beginning of strand technology, we did not put zinc borate or any other treatment in our product. We just took regular old OSB, put a face on it, and called it siding. Well, it was an epic fail. And so we've learned from that failure. We started over 24 years ago. We stopped manufacturing siding, reintroduced it with the current solution that we have now, which has the current waxes and resins and the zinc borate and all that treatment in it to resist fungus, termites, mold, things like that. We also do really well with the freeze thaw.
Yeah.
Because of that. So we were able to put a 50-year warranty on the product.
50 years.
50 years. And we still do testing every year. We have our products out in Hilo, Hawaii. They're out in the rain, the sun, day in and day out, and they're withstanding all the elements.
Wow.
To this day. We have not changed our formula since day one.
It's the same formula.
Correct.
That's awesome. I know especially in the decking world, they keep changing it a lot. So it's neat that you guys have found it. You mentioned that you guys did this, the strand board, and so I think some of our listeners may not know what that is, but it's basically these fibers that are woven together to make an extremely strong piece of plywood is the best way to describe that.
Correct.
Almost, and it becomes stronger than plywood.
It's actually a structural panel.
It's a structural panel, and that's what you guys specialized in,
correct.
Right? That's what keeps our buildings together and whatever.
Yes.
So you guys are the one that kind of set the standard on strong panels, and now you're making it on the exterior of the home, right?
Correct. And I did want to go into the warranty on the pre-finished as well, the painted products. Pre-finished means we've painted it. Yeah. And so there's a 30-year warranty on the paint. So if you have a 50-year product with a 30-year warranty on the paint, you're pretty solid.
That's incredible.
A lifetime of your mortgage, really.
For sure. And that's the part that shocked me is 30 years on paint. Because when we were doing fiber cement, we honestly tried to stay away from the painted product on fiber cement because it got damaged so much in the installation. It was just not fun for us to work with. But we found with doing the painted LP siding, man, you can beat it up and it still does great. And I could see why you could do that 30-year warranty on it.
Right.
But also there's a 5-year warranty as well, right?
Correct. The first 5 years of the 50-year warranty is 100% material plus labor. So we basically say if our product fails, we pay to take it to the dump.
How awesome is that? And that's commitment, right? And so you'll see kind of a little bit about our partnerships. So, and we're going to get to talk after the break about what our partnership has been able to create. I'm so excited to announce our giveaway after the break. Thank you so much for joining me. So if you can hang with us here after the break, we're going to be announcing our giveaway, which is pretty huge. We have some big things to give away. So if you do need a free digital inspection of your siding, but also your roof or your deck, please call us, or your gutter. So we're offering a free digital inspection inspection, please call 916-985-9995, or you can see us on the web at straightlineconstruction.com. We're also offering $1,500 off a complete project. We'll talk to you after the break. Thank you.
More home improvement advice you can trust. Next on the Straight Line Construction Home Improvement Show.
It requires a team to build a better community. That's why your friends at Straight Line Construction have partnered with other local businesses to give away several roof repairs with RoofMax reviewing your roof, all new siding, and one entire new roof. Go to straightlineconstruction.com and nominate your family to win one of several major prizes. Tune in Fridays at 10 a.m. to 105.5 FM to the Straight Line Construction Home Improvement Show to see if your family has been chosen. Go to straightlineconstruction.com, click Build a Better Community, and listen to win every Friday.
Ready to start your new deck project? Beauty, color selection, durability, and warranty are important, but have you thought about fire safety? Wayside Lumber carries a full line of fire-rated composite decking, including Fibron decking, a leader in fire code compliance. Fibron is CAL FIRE approved, and Wayside Lumber carries a full selection of colors and designs, along with railings, clips, and more. So be fire smart. Protect your home with beautiful Fibron decking products available now at Wayside Lumber, starting as low as $2 a foot. Wayside Lumber in Rancho Cordova or at waysidelumber.com.
With everything going on in the world today, there's one company that I can honestly say has changed lives in recent months. Straight Line Construction is so passionate about our community that they're once again offering to repair, restore, or replace your roof at already industry-low prices, now with up to $1,500 off any new project. They understand that a new roof may be an overwhelming cost to many families right now, so get this. They're offering 12 months to pay, interest-free. Straight Line Construction has given away over $100,000 in home improvements to local heroes, and they want to provide you with the best experience, at the best price, and with the best team of highly skilled roofers. They may even be able to repair your existing roof with a new product, RoofMax, rejuvenating your roof, giving it years of use and saving you thousands of dollars. Most companies will try to convince you to replace your roof, but the folks at Straight Line Construction are good, honest people that take pride in the work they do and the community they serve. Go to straightlineconstruction.com and mention you heard this ad on KSAC. Go to Straight Line Construction today. Tell them Phil sent you.
This is Sacramento's Money 105.5, KSAC.
Money 105.5 KSAC. It's the Straight Line Construction Home Improvement Show with Jack Borba.
Well, welcome back to our show. We're so excited because now is when we get to talk about our giveaway. I've been teasing you all show about what we're going to be doing. And Facebook Live, we're here, but now we're in studio. We're actually on the Money Show on 105.5, so we're actually live on the radio, so you can listen to us there. You can actually listen to us through Facebook Live here. Every Friday at 10:45, we're going to be live on Facebook, but also every Friday at 10 o'clock, I'm going to be on the radio till the end of October. So talking about all kinds of different things, but I'm live in studio here with Dee Dee from LP Smart Siding. So welcome back.
Thank you.
Also Jose, he's one of the trainers for LP as well. And then a good friend of mine, Kevin with Wayside, is here. But what we're here to talk about, and why they're all joining me here, is about our giveaway. So what we're going to be doing is a continuation of something we did before, and it was called Nominate a Hero or Someone in Need. And I'm going to tell a little bit about the background, and then we'll talk about what we're doing now. So when all this chaos happened early in March, it was really terrifying being a business owner. And so what we did is we really were just internally focused and trying to make the right decision for our employees and for our customers. And it was honestly chaos trying to figure out what to do to make the right decisions. And so I was homebound at the time. We were all social distancing. Everybody was working from home. We actually shut down our field operations for a while. And I was honestly scared. Last recession, I had about 70 employees, and we went down to 17 during that last recession, and some of them were my close friends. It was honestly terrifying. And I didn't want to do that again. That is not what I wanted to do. So I was trying to do everything possible to try to keep our employees. And so sitting at home, honestly praying that we wouldn't have to do that and looking for some opportunities to make it be different this time. So, but I was honestly self-reflecting, and what am I going to do? How am I going to protect our employees? How am I going to protect our business and my own family for that matter? And then I drove into this parking lot. It was there in Cameron Park in the Bel Air Center, and I started looking around, and this feeling of just being totally blessed came over me, because I was so sad for these businesses. In particular, there was a cleaning business that they were completely shut down, and I know this guy. I take my dry cleaning over there, and he's done. He can't do anything. The store shut down. My barber was shut down. I was here so worried about myself and my own business. At least we were determined to be essential, and everybody in this room is part of the construction industry, and so we were all deemed to be essential. But I felt so bad for my fellow business owners that their hands were tied. They couldn't do anything. And I put myself in their shoes, and I just went, man, what would I do? And my heart just went out to them. So that's when we came up with doing something. I'd been wanting to give a roof away for a while. And so, but it didn't feel right with all the chaos and so on. I didn't even know if we'd be able to give it away, if we could even work. At the time, we were just doing emergency repairs. So we created this thing where we wanted to give it away to people in need. And in my mind, these businesses, they couldn't even collect unemployment, so they definitely, in my mind, were in need. But then I started to think about these, in my mind, heroes, these people that were working in the front line. So when everybody else was going back and going to their homes and shutting in, these people have to go out and work. So people at our grocery stores, people in our hospitals, and so on, these frontline essential workers. So what we ended up calling it was nominate a hero or someone in need. And so what happened, it started with, honestly, for selfish reasons, trying to keep our employees busy and keep our business in business, but it also was about giving back to the community. So it was both of those things. And so what it started with was a roof, a deck. Kevin from Wayside, I called him up, and he said, hey, between them and Fiberon, they offered to give a deck away. And then I tried to get siding involved. And so I called Dee Dee. You remember when I called you that day?
I do. Yep.
I called Dee Dee, and honestly, this was the first time I'd ever met her.
Yeah.
We had been working with somebody else. His name was Karsten. Love him. Got to take him rafting, but I'd never met her. And here I'm calling her in a panic saying, hey, I really want to be able to give away siding. And she was like, oh, that could be a problem because your marketing was shut down, right? Like the whole budget was shut down altogether.
Vapor locked,
done. And she's like, let me see what I can do here, because I'd really like to be a part of giving away to our heroes and those in need. And so she stepped up, and with Kevin and Wayside's help, we were able to give away siding as well. And then also we gave away gutter repairs or gutter placement. Also, all this came about on a Friday. And so by Friday, kind of everything internal, we had a roof signed up, we had a deck signed up, we had the siding signed up, and then the gutters and so on. So all our partners stepped up, and it was about $52,000 worth of stuff. Mm-hmm. Over the weekend, some people saw us on Facebook Live. Some friends of mine. His name is Grant. He's been on the show. He hosted last week, and he owns Solar Savings Direct. And he goes, Jack, I'm inspired. I want to give back too. I want to be able to take care of our community. And he goes, Jack, I'd like to give away a solar system. And I went, oh, wow, this is interesting. And so then suddenly a guy called me, and we started talking about HVAC, and Grant put us together, and now we have an HVAC company. So Clean Air Heating and Air stepped up and donated an HVAC system. Then my friends, Malone's Painting and Deck Restoration, they donated not only a paint job, but also a deck restoration as well. And what else? California Overhead Doors donated a garage door. So suddenly, within like 72 hours of us starting this and having this idea, it's rolling, only really rolling through Facebook Live at the time, but it's now a $125,000 home improvement giveaway.
Pretty amazing.
Pretty amazing. It was honestly incredible. So there was so many amazing stories that came out of that. And so we had some winners. There was a lot of tears of joy. One of these ladies that got the solar system honestly was able to stay in their family home because the parents had passed away, and she couldn't afford to keep the house because the utility bills were so high. So suddenly we got to put solar on. One of my big highlights was about these law enforcement officers, and two law enforcement officers happened to win on the same day. We're running out of time here a little bit, so I'm going to have to cut to the chase. So I would say what didn't work out well, though, was it was called Nominate a Hero or Someone in Need. And the problem with that was it was all nomination-based. You could nominate yourself, but sometimes people would nominate people for things because they wanted to recognize them or maybe they were in need, but they didn't exactly know what they may need. So Dee Dee's here. We're actually still giving away the siding that we weren't able to give away before. So she made it happen, and so she's going to... This time we're going to be able to give away siding again. So what ended up happening last time is a daughter recognized a mother, and it was, what a joyous moment to have a mother recognize a daughter. One of them was recognized on Mother's Days of all the days. Wow. But anyway, we did a paint job instead because she did not need siding. So we had something like that happen similar in roofing. It was actually another mother-daughter thing, and so she didn't actually need a roof. She needed gutters and some roof repair, but her roof was fairly new. So this time we're calling it Build a Better Community. So as opposed to nominate a hero, you can definitely nominate yourself. You can still nominate others, but we want to make sure that we truly have the right people that truly need what we're giving away. And I think it's really pertinent right now. It feels like we're trying to destroy ourselves right now with how negative everything is out there. And so for us, we're teaming up with Channel 10. We're also teaming up with the radio group here as well. And so it's going to be called Building a Better Community. It's starting off with 50-something thousand. So we're giving away a roof. We're giving away the siding, obviously, but it's going to keep going. So right off the bat, in the next few weeks, we're going to be giving away Roof Max, that product I keep talking about, roof repair or gutters. So kind of similar to the last time where we gave away roof or roof repair or gutters. That one, the first time we're giving away that is on July 30th. It's going to be live on the radio at 10:45 or live on Facebook. Next, we're going to be giving away the complete roof. So that's on August 20th. And the very last one is why you guys are here today, is we're going to be giving away that siding project. So that's our grand prize. Dee Dee, thank you so much for helping me put it together. Kevin, thank you for helping me put it together. Thanks for having us. $26,500 we're going to be giving away in siding. I can't wait to actually do this siding job.
It's going to be great.
So please, come check us out, straightlineconstruction.com. It's called Build a Better Community. Help us build a better community. Help us bring us up, not tear us down.
Right.
So please, 916-985-9995 or straightlineconstruction.com. Call us if you need any help with the roof, the siding, the gutters, or the decking. We're here to help. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining me, Dee Dee and Jose and Kevin.
Thank you.
We're running out of time. StraightLineConstruction.com. Check away out our giveaway. Thank you.
Thank
you for tuning in to the Straight Line Construction Home Improvement Show. Do you want to hear something from today's show again? You'll find a podcast of this episode a little later today at StraightLineConstruction.com. Just click on Tips and Trends.